Welcome to Bible Study with Fred. Today, from the King James Version, the Authorized Version, we're going to read Genesis 19, 1 to 3. I'm going to read Genesis 19, 1 to 3, and we're going to study it. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and entered into his house. He made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. The two angels that were with the Lord went on to the city. Angels are not a strange man-like creature with wings. They look like people, men, when not representing the church or something else. Romans 21:17. He measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. Daniel 9:21. Yea, whilst I was speaking in prayer, even the man Gabriel, whom I had seen in the vision at the beginning, being caused to fly swiftly, touched me about the time of the evening oblation. Luke 1:26. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from God unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth. Now Lot sat in the gate, indicating that he had become a judge in Sodom to judge disputes and help to manage the city's affairs. Sitting in the gate as a position of judgment is defined in the Bible. It was a place to meet with the elders of a city. Deuteronomy 21:19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of the city, unto the gate of his place. It was a place of the king's authority. 2 Samuel 15:2. And Absalom rose up early and stood beside the way of the gate. And it was so that when any man that had a controversy came to the king for judgment, that Absalom called unto him and said, Of what city art thou? And he said, Thy servant is one of the tribes of Israel. 2 Samuel 19:8. Then the king arose and sat in the gate. And they told unto all the people, saying, Behold, the king doth sit in the gate. And all the people came before the king, for Israel had fled every man to his tent. 1 Kings 22:10. And the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes, in a void place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria. And all the prophets prophesied before them. The mention of the gate is equivalent to the deciding of judgment. Amos 5:15. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. It may be that the Lord God of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. So in the following often misunderstood verses, because Christians are not taught to cross-reference verses anymore due to the proliferation of humanistic Bible versions that eliminate cross-references, the gates of hell is a reference to the judgment that casts one into perdition. This judgment will not affect the true church of Christ. The church is established upon Peter's confession of faith, upon Jesus Christ, the rock, capital R, 1 Corinthians 10:4. So Matthew 16:15 through 18. He saith unto him, But whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock, little r, I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. So that's the judgments of hell. Lot's concern for these foreigners is quite apparent. They must not lodge in the street, for we know it was a dangerous place, probably no less dangerous than a street in Baltimore, the Bronx, or Chicago today. This type of thing is shown again in Gibeah in Judges 19, as I've already mentioned. And then we'll get into the what takes place in Sodom and to Sodom afterwards next time. Thank you. You can also read my my Bible studies on blogger.com or Blogspot.